everybody, so this week's theme is talking about news that affected us in the past couple of weeks or months, and we thought it would be a good time to do this video because a lot of things have happened that have affected us in the past couple of weeks, and we just wanted to start this series now. Because this channel is to document our lives and our opinions and our feelings, it feels important to talk about our opinions on the current news going around, and there's lots of things going around, so we definitely wanted to make this video at this point, and hopefully we'll make these every couple of months, if not monthly. Probably not monthly, but hopefully we'll do it like regularly so we can keep an eye on what we feel is important and stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. So we both picked 3 topics that we wanted to talk about that meant a lot to us, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with the topic of the movie A Dog's Purpose, which when I first heard about this, I was so excited to see it. Like, oh my god, I was just hyped because I love dogs, like love dogs. They're everything to me. I have 2. You've seen them in my intro video. I am all about dogs and animals in general, and when animals are abused, it personally just hurts. Like, it just, I can't explain it. I kind of think I need to be in a field where I work with animals because it just affects me so much. Like, it'll ruin my entire day if I just hear of a dog being abused. It's just horrible. And over the last weekend, not this recent one, but the weekend before, a video came out from the set of A Dog's Purpose where this horrible human being is forcing a German Shepherd into a rushing pool of water so they can film a scene. And when I first saw this, it was on my Facebook, and I saw where there were just pictures from the video and they were talking about what had happened. I shared it and I immediately said, don't watch this movie. Like, I didn't even see the video, I just saw 2 pictures from the video and I just said, don't watch it, this is horrible. We can't encourage this, we can't put our money towards this. I shared it on Facebook and that was that. And the next night I was on Instagram and I was just scrolling through my feed and the video popped up, and the pictures don't do the video justice. In the pictures you just see the dog falling and then you see the dog kind of climbing up, and that right there is horrible, but you don't see the cruelty in those pictures. It just doesn't come through. But the video, literally I'm getting goosebumps and about to cry just thinking about it. This man is shoving this dog into this rushing water, and this dog is doing everything it can to stay on this ledge, and it's just so horrible. And when I saw that video, I immediately began crying, and I stayed up an hour later than I wanted to because I could not stop crying. I was just sobbing. It really affected me, and I had to talk about it because if you're debating about seeing that awful movie, don't. I was in the movie theater the next day and a trailer came on for that movie, and they show a scene of this dog jumping into the rushing water. The scene in the movie is apparently a police dog jumps into water to save people or something. They show a scene of this poor dog jumping into the water, and I mean, I was in that theater and I just started bawling. My mom was like, are you okay? Because I was just like, I couldn't help it, but oh! You shouldn't watch this movie. You should not encourage, endorse, participate in supporting a movie that has that on its set. And people are like, well, the dog is fine, like everything's okay. Fuck off. Like, no, you don't get to sit there and say that everything is okay just because the dog is fine. The dog could have not been fine. If that dog had died, oh my god, we need to stop as people being like, well, the worst didn't happen. The worst very well could have happened, and we need to fucking hold the person responsible for making this situation happen. This was a cold-hearted individual that pushed this dog. I don't care if they were getting paid $1 billion. You cannot fucking do that. Dogs deserve love and acceptance, and all that dog was met with was force, and it just is gross. It's so gross. Oh my god. So moving on from that onto our next topic, which is the Women's March that happened over this weekend, and holy shit, I am proud of all the women who participated in that. I wanted to, but I was out of town, so I couldn't go. But I have a friend who went. I have two friends, actually. Mads went. Like, how great is that? So, like, cheer for Mads. But I have two friends that went, and they posted pictures and videos, and it was truly great to see the empowerment that happened over this weekend, because this is literally I think it is the biggest protest in U.S. history, and it was a peaceful one, and it was one of empowerment. We saw women and we saw men there who were fighting for justice, fighting for everything, and it wasn't just one thing that was being fought for here. It was everything. It was everybody, and it was just, I'm getting goosebumps even talking about it, because it's so amazing to finally see the unity come together. You hear all the people talking about how we can get through this, we can stay together, but at the end of the day you feel alone sometimes, because you just feel like no one understands how fucking shitty it is to know that a rapist, a sexual assault person that has been elected into the highest office in this land that we know, a rapist has been elected to be president, and sometimes that can make you as a woman feel so fucking alone. Seeing all the people in one place and unity, understanding and listening and learning, it just, it was great to see, and I'm so fucking proud of all the nasty women that were there, and oh my god, I'm just so happy about it. I think I wanted to talk about that really touched me over the weekend was Ashley Judd's speech. I think it was a poem written by a 19-year-old girl in Nashville, which is actually a city I lived in for a couple of years, so, you know, I'm almost 19, so I kind of really resonate with hearing all this, because almost every single thing, well, everything she said in this poem was something that I have once felt, or still to this day do feel. And one part that really stuck out to me, I will be linking her speech, I think it was called a rap at some points, her whole poem that Ashley Judd read, I'll be linking it down below the video. And at the very end, there's a line about, I can't see anything because I'm too busy praying at my feet that you don't mistake eye contact for wanting physical contact. And that just hit me. I immediately almost started crying when I heard that. I literally have been raised by my mom to not look people in the eye. Like, when we're driving down the highway, don't look anybody in the eye, because they could always follow you home. And like, that's fucking shitty. Like, what the fuck, you know? As women, we're raised to be afraid of everything and everyone, especially men, and it's disgusting. It's truly disgusting. And to hear this wonderful poem about everything as a woman that we feel, it's riveting, and it makes you feel understood, and it makes you feel happy and prouder than you've ever been before to be a woman, to be understood and to be felt like that. It really resonates deep within me as a young woman, to hear those words that I've been feeling my entire life. You know, it's nice, and I'm proud of whoever wrote that speech. I'm proud of Ashley Judd, and I'm proud of anybody who was inspired by that. I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of all women, especially the ones that marched yesterday, or the day before yesterday. I'm proud. Since I was on vacation when the Women's March happened, and the city I was in didn't have a march, so I couldn't participate in one, I went to see a movie with my mom, and the movie we saw was Hidden Figures, and holy shit, that movie is so good. It is literally just riveting, and I'm so proud of all the women who inspired that story, who portrayed that story, and who fucking kick ass every day. These women are top-notch leaders, and I'm proud of every single one of them, and I'm so proud. So definitely watch that movie. It's 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. It's great, and I definitely recommend it. It's such a good movie. It's, oh my god. And the last topic I have to talk about is the inauguration. I don't know if this is obvious yet, but I am against Trump very much. I was with her, I still am. If there's a way to get her in the White House, I support it. So the inauguration is what kind of lit the match for the Women's March. It had been planned for a very long time, but the day after the inauguration, the Women's March happened. And the inauguration itself was, you know, a normal inauguration. There are things going around about not as many people showing up for Trump's inauguration as they did for Obama's, and there have been pictures of no crowd, and then there have been pictures of a huge crowd. I have seen pictures where literally Trump and Melania are walking down a street and like no one is behind them, and they're like seats, it's like bleachers behind them, and like no one's there, like one or two people are there. So I don't know if that was photoshopped or what, but then there are other pictures of people filling up stadiums for the inauguration, so you can't go by any of that. It's really, really hard in today's world to know what's real and what's fake. I saw a comparison of his speech to the Bee Movie, and I think that was disproven. You can go and find the entire script of the Bee Movie, and you can't find any of the keywords that has been compared to his speech. But, you know, when you see it and you believe it for a split second, that's still not good. You know, when you, like, think that your president could have taken a speech from a Bee Movie, like, if that had been said about Barack Obama, I would have been like, no. But, you know, Donald Trump or any of the Trump family, like, I'm like, I'll believe it until I see that it's not true. Which is really fucking weird to think that, like, as a nation, as a generation, we're kind of gonna believe that our president, ugh, God, I hate saying that our president could steal a speech from a Bee Movie. But the president we had before this one, we would have never believed it. We would have just been like, that's not real. Checked it and been like, see, I was right. But with this one, it's like, that could very well be real, and then we have to check it, and it's kind of like, thank God it's not. There was a video of him saying something almost verbatim of what was in a Batman movie, and it was like the bad guy speaking. I don't know, I don't know Batman enough to know who was speaking, but it's not good that anybody from a Batman movie can be quoted by the president. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Another thing I wanted to touch down on was his Secretary of Education, or at least his pick for who he wants to be Secretary of Education. She may have already become, I'm not sure. I don't care. I kind of try to block that shit out. But anyway, she is stupid. And here are some things listing off of why she shouldn't be a Secretary of Education. She's a billionaire. She has no education degree. She has no teaching experience, no experience working in a school environment, never attended a public school or state university, never put her own children in public school, does not believe in or support public education, believes that public school teachers are overpaid, supports for-profit education, invested $200 million in Christian schools and organizations, doggedly advocates funneling money out of public education and into for-profit Christian-based education. And also, she donated $9.5 million to Trump's campaign. Houston, we have a fucking problem. Another thing going around is pictures of Donald Trump like walking away and leaving his wife behind, or his wife looking really unhappy. And I'm kind of have mixed feelings on this. Like, yeah, I feel bad for her because he's literally like walking up steps and leaving her behind. And when I first saw the video, I did notice like, wow, he's not even waiting for her. But like at the same time, I'm sure you could find pictures or videos of Barack doing that. I'm sure it's protocol to not wait. I'm sure it's protocol to keep moving, as, you know, whatever. But it is shitty. I have mixed feelings on it. Like, half of me wants to just jump on him and be like, you asshole. And I still firmly believe, even if it is protocol, I feel like Barack would wait for Michelle, like, no matter what. Like, I feel like he'd be like, fuck off, I'm waiting. And, like, wait for her to come around so he could walk with her. That's just always how, that's who he is, you know, he's a great husband, he's a great man, okay? Ugh. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, and the last thing I wanted to touch on, is people saying that Melania Trump is finally bringing beauty back into the White House. And all I have to say to people saying that is, fuck you, you giant dickhole. Michelle Obama is truly beautiful, and for you to be saying this stuff, it's just, oh my God, you're stupid. You're stupid. And you're gross, and I hate you a little bit, just a tiny little bit. Alright, so that is all of my opinions on the current news going around. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye!